Back, everyone. In this segment, I'm going to talk about the Detroit Lions offense from last season, as well as the Chicago Bears defense. Obviously, when talking about the Lions offense, you have to take into consideration that Matt Stafford didn't play 2/3 of the season last year. However, with that having been said, the Lions ranked 10th in passing, 21st in rushing, they were 17th overall, and they were 18th in offensive efficiency. Again, given the fact that Matt Stafford didn't play 2/3 of the season, I think that's pretty incredible. The Bears last year, however, were 9th against the pass, 9th against the run, 8th overall, and they were 10th in defensive efficiency. Obviously, the Bears were looking to improve their defense a little bit in the offseason, but I don't think that happened. And I know they wanted to get Khalil Mack a little bit more help so he wouldn't be double teamed as much. With that having been said, I'm hopeful that Matt Stafford will be able to play the entire season this year. And if the Lions don't get too banged up, they should have one heck of an offense. However, with that having been said, and I will cover this more so in the next segment, the Lions do have a few key injuries, particularly to their wide receivers and their offensive line. So that may hamper them for tomorrow's opener just a little bit. And again, we don't know the kind of shape that Matt Stafford's in, especially after he had bones broken in his back or otherwise broke them. It's hard when there hasn't been an exhibition game to kind of assess this kind of stuff because you don't know what has transpired. And of course, I haven't been privy to the Lions practice sessions, or for that matter, the Bears either. But I would imagine, given the fact the Lions have lost 5 straight against the Bears, I think they have a good shot at winning tomorrow's game, provided that certain individuals are able to play. One of them obviously being Kenny Golladay. I mean, if he doesn't play tomorrow, they're not going to win. That's for certain. Having said that, it's going to be important for the Lions to contain Khalil Mack. And it's going to be interesting because they do have a couple of injuries to their offensive linemen. So with that having been said, I think the Lions aren't going to put up as many points as one might expect. But since they have Adrian Peterson this year, and he's a big difference maker, I think. And I think he'll see more playing time, and again, I'll tell you why in the next segment. If he's able to do what I believe he's able to do, and let's say he gets the ball, and I'll be conservative and say 15 times, but I think he could see the ball 20 times or more tomorrow. If he's able to get 75 yards, I would say even if he gets 65 yards, I think the Lions are going to be able to control the clock against the Bears. The thing is, hopefully Matt Patricia will keep the ball on the ground and keep the ball out of Mitchell Trubisky's hands for sure. That will be one of the keys for sure. Because as I stated in the last segment, Mitchell Trubisky has thrown 3 touchdown passes in a game now against the Lions 3 different times in his career. And he did it both times last season, and that was not regarded as being a fairly good season for him by the media. I have a little bit different opinion on that, and that is while statistically he may not be putting up the numbers that, let's say, Matt Stafford is, he is winning games. And let's not forget, the Bears won 8 games last year. Now, if he puts up similar kind of numbers, he may not keep his job. That's a possibility. But then again, the Lions haven't fared too well against Nick Foles either. So it's almost like pick your poison for sure. But with that having been said, considering that Matt Stafford has 10 wins in his career against the Bears, now unfortunately he has almost as many losses, but he does have 10 wins against them. It will be interesting to see what kind of stats he puts up, but I think The better thing is if the Lions have an awesome running total, than Matt Stafford having to throw for 300 or 350 yards for the Lions to win the game. Like I said, if the Lions run for, I believe, 175 yards, I think they have an excellent chance to win the game, especially if they get the ball into Adrian Peterson's hands often. In the next segment, I'm going to be discussing the key injuries that both teams have. Stay tuned to the Detroit Lions tomorrow